Alrighty then. Well, with that being said, we're gonna just start the show now. Buenos noches, mi amigos. What was it? Oh, I thought I heard someone. Alright. Fucking Luke.
I know.
Buenos noches, mi amigos. Mi nombre es Zavarel, and welcome to Worldwide Championship Wrestling presents ReGenesis. Today we have our usual cast of competitors from WWCW, not WCCW. I have no idea. WCCW. Oh, that's the original WCW. Never mind. So, introducing everyone because it is a pay-per-view. We are going to start off with the one person here who doesn't have a title. Playing as Dino Barney.
Yeah.
It is Pablo.
Woo, that's me.
Right there. Introducing one half of the Worldwide Tag Team Champions, we have playing as Mad Mark Foley, it's Joe.
Hey.
Yeah.
Alright, makes sense.
Alright. Makes
I've been watching a lot of those TikToks with that guy in it, where he's just like, makes sense, and then something shocking happens, he just goes, what? And the other half of the Worldwide Tag Team Champions, we have, well, not only one half of the Worldwide Tag Team Champions, who is Odin, but also the #1 contender for the Worldwide Championship at Savage Sparrow, which is Luke.
Hello.
Yeah.
You evil bastard and you nice bastard. And our Intercontinental Champion, we have Ilona being played by Steph.
Hello.
Yeah.
So for us, woo, but England, boo.
Oh no.
English booze, woo.
English boos.
And finally, we have our Worldwide Champion, playing as Luna Young, Courtney.
Yeah.
Way before getting introduced. Hello, strangers.
How's everybody
Right.
doing?
So, I'll put that phone there and I'll put this phone there. There we go. Now I can read. Okay.
Anyway.
So, let's get the show on the road here as we go to a sold-out St. James Park in Newcastle upon Tyne in England. Our last show. Our last show in England. We're coming back home, everyone.
I'm
We're going home.
We're going home.
No.
The lights go out as the theme to ReGenesis plays over the speakers, and in the middle of the ring stands our ring announcer as a spotlight shines upon him. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the... Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, my God, I fucked it up. I fucked it up. Oh, my God.
Yeah, think about that.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I give up the company. Here, take it.
Yes, right.
It is for the Worldwide Tag Team Championships. Introducing first, challengers #1. Making their way to the ring, representing Team Lockhart, Flint and Eric Lockhart. The team of Flint and Eric Lockhart begin making their way down to the ring, escorted to the ring by their father. Name escapes me. Who am I? What was that, Steph?
I beat the last name out of him. I beat the first name out of him.
First name out of him. Is it Fred?
I don't think it's Fred.
We'll call him Frank for now.
Yeah, sure. Followed by the senior Lockhart as they make their way down to the ring. The three exchange hugs and handshakes and whatever family does. As Flint and Eric, as Flint and Eric roll into the ring and prepare for their match. And introducing challengers #2, representing the Church of Jonas, Sloth and Lizzie. Nice. Sloth and Lizzie make their way out to the stage, accompanied by Jonas himself, as the three walk down to the ring very slowly and methodically to the eerie music that the church is known for. They walk into the ring and wait in a corner. And introducing challengers number 3, representing the Premier League, Sam Feinsberg and Bad Breed James Green. Started cheering.
Yeah.
Find that guy.
Yeah,
Fuck him
yeah.
up. Out to the out to the ring.
Cheered. Dead man.
Dead. He's dead to everyone. Out
Dead.
out on the stage comes Richard. Oh God, is it Richard Thorne? I think it's Richard Thorne. Fucking hell.
No,
It's been
that was-
so.
Wow, I don't even have
Was
the
it
names
Thorne?
together.
Was it
Alexander.
Alexander Thorne, along with James Green and Sam Feinsberg? It's been so long since these guys have been here.
I can't forget his
Yeah.
Yeah. The three of them make their way down to the ring as... Oh, they make their way onto the ramp as then Ryusuke Sakamura comes out as well, joining Thorne at ringside. The two competing members get into the ring as they all await the champions. And introducing the champions, making their way to the ring, representing Fossil Force, Mad Mark Foley and Odin Ravenclaw. Woo!
Yeah.
So many people.
Wow.
You guys can make your entrance.
I'm just gonna be going down, high fives to whoever wants them. You know, jog down to the ring and wait for Odin at the ropes.
Odin's gonna run down as well in another suit that's not very well holding on.
This is Odin's English tour, isn't it? Where he just dresses like really nice, but the
He
suits
doesn't
are
know how to. He doesn't know what to wear in England. It's very confusing for him. So he's putting suits on.
So he's wearing suits that are too small for himself.
This land is so foreign to me.
Burst out of them.
He doesn't understand the sizes of the UK at all.
Oh no.
No. Poor guy.
So, as the final team makes their way into the match, a absolute brawl begins dishing out. As the bell rings, this match begins. People are flying all over the place, throwing punches wherever they can. I'll have both of you guys roll real.
Ah, yes. The best stat.
Oh,
today.
Or,
Me neither.
what did
I
you guys
rolled a
get?
3, so a 1.
Ugh.
I also rolled a 3 plus 1, so a 4.
Oh, no.
We win as a team, we die as a team. As Odin gets closer to the action, every competitor jumps at him and takes him down to the ground, kicking him out of the ring, followed by Mad Mark Foley, who they throw out of the ring immediately. Sam Feinsberg goes to the outside and starts laying the boots in on Odin, and Lizzie begins throwing forearms and kicks to Mad Mark Foley on the outside. Guys, how would you like to get out of this situation?
I think I'm gonna try to duck and go for a Russian leg sweep.
That will be... Ooh, I'm going to have you roll work on that
Hold on
one.
1 second.
And Luke?
Am I getting stomped by multiple people?
No, you're just getting stomped by Feinsberg. That's it.
Well, let me take a quick pause. I got a phone call.
Oh, alright, yep.
Odin is just gonna, like, grab him by the foot and just, like, wrench him down and pull him to the ground and put him in an ankle lock.
Oh, that's going to be power.
Wow. Nope, that's a natural 2.
Oh, fuck! As you try to defend yourself by putting your hands up and grabbing at his feet, you miss his foot, 1. And 2, his boot connects with your face, and as he stomps the hell out of you, more and more, the beating continues on the outside of the ring as the action starts to dwindle down inside the ring, as Flint Lockhart now is tossed out of the ring, allowing Sloth, Eric, and also James Green to stand in the ring, the three of them, as the fight escalates into more madness as James Green goes to the outside of the ring, grabbing a chair. He rolls into the ring and starts swinging for the fences as everyone else ducks out of the ring, leaving him alone in the ring now. Everything all right?
I'm sorry about that.
It's all good. So Lizzie is attacking you. James Green's in the ring with a chair. Odin got his face smashed in.
Yeah.
A lot of shit just happened.
So I was going for the Russian leg sweep. I remember that before I had to pick up the call there.
Yeah, and it's work for that.
Work, so -1. Yeah. 8 -1, so 7.
Nice. So as Lizzie goes for another stomp on you, you duck out of the way and jump up, grabbing her by the head, grabbing her by the shoulder, and whipping her back onto the ground with a Russian leg sweep. So you are now standing. James Green is in the ring, like I said, with a chair. What would you like to do next?
I think I'm going to hop up on the ropes to, like, distract him for a second before I go for an elbow drop off it back onto Lizzie.
Alrighty. Ooh, that'll be...
man.
I'll have you roll real on that one.
Oh, 7 +1, so 8.
Nice.
Nice.
Mad Mark climbs onto the ring apron, kind of trying to getting the attention of James Green. As James Green charges forward with the chair in hand, ready to swing, Mad Mark leaps backwards with an elbow drop onto Lizzie on the outside of the floor. Odin, you've got some time to rest here, so I'll give you roll straightforward 2d6. See if you get back up soon.
I'm back up.
Time to
That's an 8.
from the first time.
Oh yeah, he's back up. Holy hell. So Odin gets back up, raging after being kicked in the face by, of all people, Sam Feinsberg. Feinsberg turns to see the seething giant as he rolls into the ring to be protected by James Green. So you guys are on the outside of the ring. What would you both like to do?
I'm gonna see if I can grab Sam by his ankle and like drag him out of the ring.
Oh no.
Maybe I'll jump on the ropes, they come at me, and maybe I'll try to duck, and you grab them when they get close or something, one of them.
All right.
Alrighty. So Joe, that'll be look. And then we'll see how that goes for everyone.
Look is 0, but I got a 7, so
Alrighty.
cool. I thought that was a -1.
So then, Luke, I'll have you roll power.
He is mine. That's a 9, so 12.
Alrighty. Mad Mark jumps onto the apron once again, getting the attention of James Green as he rushes forward along with Sam Feinsberg. However, this time he just jumps down, landing onto the floor once again as Odin grabs both men by the legs and pulls them both out of the ring, taking them completely by surprise.
Oh, my God.
They are in your guys' grasps now, so what would you like to do? Grasps. Yes.
I'm gonna grab Alex Thorne, pick him up, and then shoulder him into the barricade.
Oh, jeez, all right. Dead manager, that's power. And
Yeah.
Mad Mark.
I guess I'll go for a leg drop on the other one.
Oh, okay. So that'll be real for you. And what'd you get, Luke?
Of 11 total.
Dead manager.
And
6 +1, so 7.
alrighty. So, as the two land on their backs on the outside of the ring, Odin grabs the manager, Alexander Thorne, and absolutely bodies him into the barricade, knocking the barricade over a bit onto some unsuspecting fans. And also at the same time, Mad Mark lands a leg drop on, we'll say, Sam Feinsberg, because fuck Sam Feinsberg.
Yeah.
Inside the ring now, Flint Lockhart is now grappling with Sloth, which is one hell of an image that I just got in my head because that dude is giant.
Oh no!
As he attempts to maneuver some wrestling holds onto the large man, he is easily thwarted by his size, where he just goes and pushes him away or uses his long limbs to escape whatever hold is being locked on him before succumbing to the choke slam, where he is dropped right onto his back, and then he rolls out of the ring. What would everyone like to do now?
I guess I'm gonna try to rush in to stop Sloth. Any pin attempt, anything.
Okay. How would you wish to do so?
I think I'm gonna go ahead and just try to go for like just a kick to the head first to get him off.
Nope. Alrighty, that is going
And
to
then
be. That's
just
gonna
jump on him and start throwing hands.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be real. Yeah, that'll be real. It's also real.
That's a 5 + 1, so a 6.
Oh no!
Odin will enter as well too.
All right, Mad Mark rolls into the ring and attempts to attack Sloth as he is grabbed by the neck now and lifted into the air. Odin, how would you like to help out here?
I'm gonna grab him by the throat, kick him in the gut, and try to do a tag move with Mark.
Oh, already that's gonna be real.
That's actually gonna work. That's a 9.
Oh,
So
jeez.
7.
Alrighty. So Odin gets into the ring and grabs Sloth by the neck instead, and the two kind of have themselves a standoff as Sloth threatens to chokeslam Mad Mark and Odin threatens to chokeslam him. However, it's all interrupted as Odin kicks the large Sloth in the stomach, making him drop his grip on Mad Mark. So tag team move, double chokeslam, I'm guessing?
That's what I was thinking.
Alrighty.
Alright, sounds good to me.
That'll be power for both of you.
And 11, so 14.
Woof.
That's a 4 + 1.
Oh.
That's a 5.
As both men grab Sloth by the neck and lift him into the air, Lizzie comes forward and spears Mad Mark out of the ring. However, Odin still successfully chokeslams Sloth onto the ground with a thunderous echo here at St. James Park. So, Odin, you are still in the ring with Sloth as Lizzie charges after you.
I'm just gonna try to like bounce off the ropes and do like a shoulder.
Oh, all right, that'll be real.
Natural 12.
Nice.
Alrighty. Okay, I'll just so describe how awesome the shoulder block is, and you get a free move too.
So he's coming towards me. He steps definitely out of the way, takes a step back, bounces into the ropes, and just throws a perfect shoulder to the chin. Knocks him down to the ground, and Odin is gonna basically roll up to him and do a schoolboy pin on him.
Alrighty, so he's just there for now. Odin, what would you like to do now that the other Lockhart has cost you a pin?
So I'm gonna grab him and put him in the gorilla press position, and then I'm gonna slip him forward so he slams onto his back.
That will be power.
A 9, so 12.
Odin is not playing around today, so he lifts Eric Lockhart into the air above his head and slams him back first onto the ground, the sound echoing once again throughout St. James Park. You are still in control there, lad.
I want to go for one of the submissions that I forget what it's called, where you basically put your knee behind his back and hold like his arms.
Surfboard stretch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. So that'll be work.
That would be a 10 total.
Alrighty. So as Odin bodies Eric Lockhart, he then places him into the surfboard stretch, really working on the back. The referee is asking him if he wants to give up, if he wants to tap out, since his hands are kind of preoccupied at the moment. On the outside of the ring with Mad Mark and Flint Lockhart, what would you like to do to get out of this maneuver?
I mean, if I tap, it doesn't matter, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I'll tap. Maybe see if he's amateur.
So you attempt to tap out, having him release the hold, which results with him not releasing the hold.
Damn.
He's too small.
Smarter than I
Meanwhile,
thought.
meanwhile, on the outside of the ring, in comes. Oh no, Alexander Thorne's out cold. In
he
comes
did.
Jonas. Jonas slides into the ring and then lays a couple boots on Odin's face. Odin, I'll have you roll real to see how this goes.
Odin's
I'm
tired.
rolling real? Oh, no. That wasn't good. That was a 3 total.
Oh. He lays in a nasty boot on the head of Odin Ravenclaw, causing him to release the hold. He then continues to stomp on Odin, trying to wear the big man down as Lizzie and Sloth now get into the ring, preparing to attack even further. Jonas goes to the outside of the ring and gets a kendo stick. He slides into the ring as Sloth holds Odin. Odin, how would you like to get out of this?
I'm going to try to outpower him.
That'll be power. Who'da thunk?
Yeah.
An 8, so an 11.
As Jonas goes to swing the kendo stick at Odin, he swings down hard on it. However, Odin breaks the hold from Sloth and gets out of the way as Sloth is caned in the head by Jonas. Odin, what would you like to do from here?
Sliding out of the ring to help Mark.
Oh, alrighty. How would you like to help him?
He's gonna go over and just try to break the hold.
Nope, that'll be power.
He does it.
He doesn't.
10.
Odin gets out of the ring and he grabs Flint Lockhart, tossing him off of the Boston Crab, saving his tag team partner as a fight ensues in the middle of the ring between the Church of Jonas. Lizzie screaming at Jonas, yelling at him why he went and kept why he swung at Sloth. Why the hell would he do such a thing? As the two come to blows now, as Lizzie starts throwing forearms at Jonas, knocking him out of the ring and kicking him out.
Oh boy.
It's been a long time.
What a
coming.
mess.
It's been a mess. So Odin, Mad Mark, you guys on the outside of the ring, what would you like to do?
You want to wait a minute? Let them beat each other up a little bit?
Yeah, I'll take a breather.
Alrighty.
I'll let them duke it out.
Take 5.
Lizzie chases Jonas out of the ring into the crowd as they disappear into the ether. As James Green and Sam Feinsberg tried to sneak attack both of you. How would you like to avoid the sneak attack? Pretty much, they're just like tiptoeing behind you. That's about it.
Oh, okay.
Not
I'm
much
just throw an elbow then. I'm gonna throw elbows behind me.
Right, so we got elbow from Mad Mark. Odin.
I'll do some big sweeping chop.
That'll be real for both of you.
Big sweep and chop. Damn.
No, it's a
7 + 1 is 8.
8, and it was a no-go from Luke.
a natural 2.
As Sam Feinsberg clubs the giant with his forearms with a double axe handle to the back, Mad Mark whips his elbow behind him, catching James Green in the side of the head, knocking him down onto the ground. Sam Feinsberg then grabs Odin, throws him into the ring, and then checks on Alexander Thorne real quick. Mad Mark, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna get in the ring and help out Odin, or protect him for a minute. I'll let him go see Thorne. That's fine.
Alrighty. Sam Feinsberg gets back into the ring with possibly a suspicious amount of confidence. Who wants to make the first move?
Can I see if I can stand up?
Oh, yeah. I'll have you roll straight for a 2d6. I
I'm still alive.
it's an
I
8.
can stand.
I was gonna say I figure like Joe's gonna help you up anyway. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
So yes, who would like to make the first move?
Odin will.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
He'll go for the spear.
All right. That's real.
Yes, that's a 7 total. He rolled a 9.
Oh, all right. So as Sam Feinsberg loads up to punch Mad Mark in the head, Odin spears the life out of him. knocking the wind right out of him, and also
God.
a pair of brass knucks out of his hand.
Bum, bum, bum.
You guys are
Oh my God.
left alone in the ring with Sam Feinsberg. You are in control, so whatever.
And a pair of brass knucks.
And a pair of
I'd
brass
say,
knucks.
Odin, put your boot on him, and I'll try to or I'll put my boot on him. You defend against anybody coming in.
Yeah, I'll block. I'll block this time.
Oh, so Mark going for the cover?
Yeah.
Alrighty, the referee goes to make the cover, or make the count. 1, 2, 3. Here are your winners, and still worldwide tag team champions, Mad Mark Foley and Odin Ravenclaw, Fossil Force. Woo! You may now celebrate in the ring with your titles.
Oh man, just the hug, man. Hands up.
Oh yeah. Showing off the belt to everyone, waving to the crowd.
Oh yeah.
Surviving yet another match. Alrighty. As Fossil Force exits the ring, Team Lockhart unite and walk to the back as well. Anthony Thorne, along with his Premier League, exit the arena as well. And then finally, Sloth, along with Lizzie now, as Lizzie returns back to the ring from the crowd, make their way up the ramp without Jonas.
Yeah, fuck Jonas.
Fuck
Damn
that
shame.
little bitch. So, as we go to the backstage area, we have Savage Sparrow standing by with an interviewer.
Another bitch boy. God damn.
The interviewer lifts the microphone up. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, in our main event, it will be Savage Sparrow challenging Looney Young for the Worldwide Championship. Now, Savage, this is going to be your first singles title match. Is there anything that you're doing differently from when you prepared when you were preparing to win the tag team titles? She holds the microphone up to Savage.
No, this is just a normal day for me. Just breathe excellence and crush excellence every single day. So nothing new.
She takes the microphone back. Well, now, is there any doubt in your mind that Looney Young could possibly beat you tonight, considering how she's taken on every other challenger and beaten them against all odds? Microphone back to you.
But none of those challenges have been me. So how's that a possibility? Like, how is that how does that even the same thing to compare? She hasn't fought me.
How can even correlate? Doesn't make sense.
She takes the microphone back and thanks you for your time as we head back into the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall.
One
I like how deadpan Steph was with that. One fall.
One fall.
Making his way to the ring first, representing Fossil Force, Dino Barney.
I come running in. I got a Triceratops mask on. Although I can't really see out of it. It doesn't really have eyeballs. It's kind of just like a ceramic mask I made really cheaply. So I'm just running down where I think is probably the way to the ring.
I think it's the way to the ring. As Dino gets into the ring, the ring announcer makes the announcement also. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been asked to I have been asked to announce the stipulation as well for this match. This stipulation being that if Dino Barney wins, he will receive a match against General Manager King Zavarel at Warzone.
Ooh.
And now introducing his opponent, weighing in at 495 pounds, standing in at 6 foot. At 6 foot 3 inches, why the hell not? Mastodon, the large. Cue Godzilla theme. As the large, imposing mastodon makes his way onto the stage, the crowd boo this enormous monster of a man.
Oh, this man!
Ooh.
Oh.
He makes his way down to the ring, crawls in between the ropes, and stands in the opposite corner, menacingly.
At me menacingly.
Now, so since it is against Mastodon, your stats will go as follows. You will have a -3 in power, and you will have a 0 for real.
I don't even remember what my stats are.
Power
I'm
was
doing
-2, and then real was +2.
Is that an additional minus?
So he's just, no, it's not additional, it's just total. So he has
I was gonna
-3
say he just
power,
takes
yeah.
a -5 to every power.
Oh, God, he
he's
just-
like he's done.
I give. I have to roll I have to roll 12s
No
just to win.
power here.
I yield.
Hey, I'm gonna see you guys later. I gotta get going.
Yep, alright, Joe, have a good one, man.
Take it easy.
Good luck.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Alrighty. So, Dino, I'll have you roll straightforward 2d6 to see who starts this match.
It's not good. It's a 4.
Yeah, it's not you.
Oof.
Yeah,
As-
not me.
As the bell rings, the large mastodon begins charging after Dino. How would you like to avoid this?
I'm gonna wait. There's DQs in this, right?
Yeah. You ain't punching him in the dick.
I wasn't gonna punch him in the dick. I was just gonna hit him over the head with my ceramic triceratops.
Oh. Yeah, bell rang already. It's a match, baby.
I'm just gonna run around the ring, make him chase me around. Full.
Oh, there you go. So I'll have you roll work for that one.
I can run. I can't run.
Oh,
Oh God.
no. So as Dino tries to roll out of the ring, however, he is splashed in the corner by Mastodon, all 490 pounds, crushing Dino Barney into the corner as Dino falls right down to the ground without any breath in his body to save him. Mastodon then picks Dino up and goes for a headbutt. What would you like to do here, then?
I mean, I have no air in my body, so I'm just gonna spit in his face.
Oh, I'm not even gonna have you roll for that. As you spit in the face of Mastodon, he unloads a bevy of headbutts to your face, absolutely trying to bash your face in with his own head. He then
God.
throws you down onto the ground. He puts one boot on top of you as the referee counts 1. I'll have you roll straightforward 2d6.
No, Dino.
You know, no, not already.
5.
No.
2.
8.
Dino throws his shoulder off the canvas just before the 3 count. Mastodon takes this as a challenge, however. He took it personally.
And I took it personally.
He grabs Dino by the hair and lifts him onto his feet, picking him up for the world's strongest slam. So you are held sideways in the air. How would you like to try and get out of this?
I'm just gonna like struggle and try to wiggle myself free of his grip.
All right, that'll be, oh god, out of his
You
grip.
can
That's
do
gonna be
it.
power.
Oh no, it's like -3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a 4.
Oh
With
my
the
god.
minus.
As Dino limply tries to move out of his grip, he is then slammed right down to the ground. As Mastodon stands back up, bounces gently off the ropes, leaps into the air, and squashes him with the big splash. The referee makes the count. 1, 2, 3. Here is your winner, Mastodon. Mastodon stands tall.
It's fucking thing.
He's dead. He's dead already.
Poor
Please.
Dino.
Please stop. He's
He
already
deserves
dead.
better.
Poor Dino.
He doesn't deserve to go out like that.
Mastodon raises his hand in the air as the referee goes to raise it up with him. However, Mastodon whips his hand back, knocking the referee down onto the ground. Mastodon then leaves the ring. Dino, you are flattened, my man. You are pancake flat.
Well, I guess it's time to assassinate Zavarel.
Oh no.
And scoop now.
Yeah.
As this happened, as we clear the ring of any debris, which the debris would all be one Dino Man, we go to the backstage area with Odin Ravenclaw standing with an interviewer and the Worldwide Tag Team title. The interviewer has the microphone. Now, it's a shame that we couldn't have Mad Mark with us here as well, but my question is, how does it feel defending your championship in the match you were originally supposed to have way back at Beach Brawl?
It's good to be on the winning team and have the belts again that were justly earned.
All right. She takes the microphone back and then asks, now, another question that I have is, how does it feel, or what's going through your guys' mind every time you step in those step between the ropes, knowing that if you lose those titles, it's the last time you can tag together again?
Whether the teacher reviews for 2 hours, then we have 2 hours of self-study, and then we have 2 hours to teach.
I don't think we'll lose anytime soon, so I don't have to worry about that.
As she goes for the third question, she goes and asks Odin, now, one thing that has still been kind of burned into a lot of people's minds for a question is, why have you been avoiding Savage Sparrow?
You bitch.
She holds the microphone up to Odin.
Do not wish to fight family.
Everything is like 1600.
She takes the microphone back. As we go back to the ring.
Hell,
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall.
oh,
Making her way to the ring first. Representing Edinburgh, Scotland, the crowd come unhinged. She is... She is the Edinburgh Eviscerator. She is the Belt Collector. She is accompanied to the ring by the Crooked Man. The crowd building more and more with excitement as the announcement is made. Kirsten breaks. Kirsten makes her way out onto the stage dressed in gladiator armor, ready to go. She has all the bits to it. The metal shining under the light here out in St. James Park as she makes her way down to the ring. She gets in between the ropes. She takes the helmet off as she gives herself a couple of smacks to the chin, getting herself in the zone, ready for the Intercontinental Champion to make her way to the ring as well. And introducing the Intercontinental Champion, she is the Torch of Light of Worldwide Championship Wrestling and your Intercontinental Champion from Weimar, Germany, Ilona! As Ilona makes her way to the ring.
I come running down the ring. I'm hyped up. I'm ready to go. I got my nice robe on. I go running up to the ring. Take my jacket off. I'm waving at everyone. They're booing me, but I'm still trying to get them behind me.
Yeah.
And I take my ring jacket off, put it on the post, and I'm just kind of in the ring getting ready. Put my jacket up. I'm ready to go.
So did you hear the whole entrance for Kirsten Breaks, by the way?
I heard bits of it, but...
She came out in fucking gladiator armor.
Yeah. She's kind of like, dude,
She's
for
going
real.
to behead someone. The referee takes the Intercontinental
Spartacus,
Championship.
I'm sorry.
The referee
Don't
takes the
worry about
Intercontinental Championship and lifts it into the air, showing what this match is all about tonight. He then takes the Intercontinental Championship and puts it at ringside. The bell rings. Ilona, roll straight forward 2d6 to see who starts this match.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
It's a 6.
It's her. Kirsten breaks
good.
immediately out of the gate, charges forward, and drives a fist into the stomach of Ilona. She then then she goes for the double axe handle on her back. Ilona, how would you like to avoid that?
Alright, so she's trying to do the axe handle to me, knocking me on my back.
She's trying to do the axe handle onto your back.
Okay, I guess I'll go for a leg sweep, try and trip her.
Alright, that'll be work.
What's my thing for that?
-2.
10!
Hey! Alrighty. So,
Nice.
as Ilona is hunched over and waiting the clubbing blow onto her back, she takes the advantage and sweeps the leg of Kirsten out from under her as she falls to the ground. Ilona, you have given yourself time to make a offensive attack.
Huh?
I don't distract.
Oh god, if this mask wasn't hot enough under your laughing don't help.
Yeah,
God.
like humid.
That suit certainly don't help either. Shit.
Okay, so
Hey!
I have a moment to kind of get control. So I push her down, not like quite down so she falls to the ground, but I kind of shove her, and then I go for, not quite a clothesline, but where I hit her, like, right here.
Oh, forearm strike.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, that's gonna be real.
+1.
+1.
Well, that's a 5.
Ilona lays in a forearm onto Kirsten Breaks as she lay on the ground. However, it takes no effect as the Edinburgh Eviscerator begins making her way back to her feet, angry. So as she gets to her feet, okay. As she gets back to her, as she's getting up to her feet, what would you like to do to prevent her from doing so?
What is she trying to do? I'm sorry.
She's standing up.
Okay. I'll try to go for a suplex.
Power.
Okay.
Are you swollen enough?
7.
Alrighty. So what kind of suplex are we going for here?
I'll just go for a traditional German.
Alright. So, as Kirsten gets back onto her feet, Ilona is quick to the punch as she slides around, grabbing Kirsten by the waist, and lifts her off the ground and German suplexes her onto the ground. However, Kirsten rolls through and stands on her feet and screams at her in defiance. You are allowed to go, though. You have the upcoming fight, or upcoming move.
So, she's all in my face, and I take a step back, and I go for a nice, swift chop across the chest.
Real.
Eight. That's including the +1.
All right. Ilona lays in a chop onto the chest of Kirsten as the sound goes through the arena. A few people in the crowd here and there cheering for it. As the rest of them boo it.
It's the cheer moment.
Kirsten tries to kind of shake it off as Ilona continues her dominance.
So I will Irish whip her into the corner, and then I will go running after her and follow it through with the lawn dart.
Oh, okay. That's going to be power.
Is that -2?
That is 0.
9.
All right. So, as Kirsten once again flexes back at Ilona, yelling at her once again in defiance, the crowd still thoroughly behind her. Ilona gives yet another quick chop to the chest, catching her off guard, and then the Irish whipping her into the corner. She hits it back first into the padding, as Ilona then grabs her by the hair, picking her up into the long dart position, charging to the opposite corner, driving her face first into the second turnbuckle, knocking her onto the ground as she staggers back and then falls onto her back. Ilona, you are still in control.
I will kick her in the dick.
Yes, finally.
Finally.
No, I will.
It's the cunt punt.
We're not Irish enough to say that.
All right, so
Are you
I
kidding? Americans
will
say it a lot.
go to the second rope, and I'll do a frog splash.
All right, that is going to be real.
Seven.
Ilona runs up to the second turnbuckle and leaps off of it with a frog splash, landing directly on top of Kirsten Breaks as the air is driven from the Edinburgh Eviscerator. Are you going for the cover or no?
Nah.
All right. Ilona, you continue the match.
All right, so after my frog splash, I am going. She's still on the ground, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Gonna do a figure 4.
All right, that'll be work. Now that's a -2.
Oh no.
Yikes.
Oh. She looks so disappointed.
She does.
And that is...
What was it?
Was it good?
Steph?
It is
What is
0.
it?
It was a 6?
Oh,
Oh!
okay.
So as Ilona grabs the legs of Kirsten Breaks and prepares for the figure 4, Kirsten lifts herself off the mat, grabbing her by the head and rolling her into the small package. The referee makes the count. 1, straightforward 2d6.
Oh no, she's trying to cuck you.
2.
Fucking oh
You
no!
can do it.
Oh! The referee's hand running down quickly. However, Kirsten switches things up and locks her in the sleeper hold instead, trying to make her go to sleep like she did 2 months ago. The hold
no.
locked right in. Ilona can feel the air leaving her body. Ilona, how do you want to get out of this?
I am going to slam my leg on the ground, try and get momentum, and then I'm gonna kip up.
Alrighty, that'll be... Oh god, this is gonna suck for you. Oh, actually, this is gonna be look. That sounds like a look kind of thing.
Does it look good?
8.
8. Oh god, I was gonna say, don't make me count like this. I don't know how to do that.
I can't count fingers.
As the light in Ilona's eye grows weaker and weaker, she then finds the momentum, the ability, the strength, the determination, and kips herself out of the hold as she lands back on her feet. The crowd now turning 50-50 in the corner of Ilona as they begin cheering for the Worldwide Championship Wrestling Intercontinental Champion. Ilona, what would you like to do next as Kirsten looks on in absolute looks on mystified? There we go. Jesus Christ.
I will take a second to kind of stand on my feet because I'm a little bit loopy.
Woozy.
And
A little
so
woozy.
I will... I'll go for an arm drag.
Oh, that'll be work. Yeah.
Not a good thing, but if you roll high.
Yeah.
And oh, fuck me.
Why did you...
That's
She
a
needed
2.
them.
It's a 2!
That's a 2.
As Ilona stands up on her feet and is a bit woozy. Kirsten gets back to her feet and quickly drops her with a forearm strike to the side of the head, knocking the Intercontinental Champion down on the ground. She then goes and grabs Ilona by the head, picking her up slowly, and then attempts to lock in the sleeper hold once again.
Oh no, she's determined.
So it's not in yet, but you have a chance here to get out of this.
Oh, am I? Am I like slightly standing? Am I down on the ground completely?
You are standing.
All right, I will kick my leg. Is she? How is she holding me?
She's behind you. She's putting her arm around your neck.
All right, so first I'm gonna throw some elbows to her side.
That'll be real.
7.
You begin frantically throwing elbows to the sides of Kirsten Breaks, as you know exactly how it feels to have the lights switched off on you in that hold. You throw the elbows into her stomach as she changes plans and leaves the attempt of putting on the sleeper hold, as she grabs you by the waist instead for a German suplex. You can now try and get out of this as well.
Reverse Russian leg sweep.
I'm
I'm gonna try to do. Can you hear me?
Yep.
A reverse Russian leg sweep. Try and knock her down, and then I'll transition that into a V trigger.
All right. First things first is going to be work. Oh no.
Oh no.
As you attempt to move yourself out of the German suplex, you are lifted into the air and dropped on your back. I'll have you roll straightforward 2d6 right now, though. Oh my god. You are out cold on the ground as Kirsten gets back up and takes in the adulation of her, I guess, kind of home countryman. Taking in the cheers from her continental countrymen. She walks back over, grabbing Ilona by the hair, picking her back up, and putting her arms around her waist yet again, signifying for yet another German suplex. She lifts her up into the air and launches her yet again. Ilona, I will have you roll look.
9.
Ilona maneuvers herself to land on her feet as Kirsten stands up and takes in the adulation, but it's not for her this time. The crowd now also 100% behind Ilona as well, as the cheers grow. Ilona, you have an opportunity here while she is distracted. What do you want to do?
I'm a little staggered, but I'm gonna go. Come on!
Oh. As you yell, come on, at Kirsten, she turns around in shock and awe as she sees you standing before her, ready to fight even more. You are in control right now.
I'm going to go for... What's a reverse Rana again?
A reverse Rana?
Yeah.
Oh, the poison Rana.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna... Oh my god. That's gonna be...
what is it?
Oh, it's when you're behind them, you jump up onto their shoulders and you do a Hurricane Rana, but they spike their head instead.
Yeah, I'm not stable enough to do that. I will go for a Snapdragon.
Snapdragon, that's gonna be power.
What's that? 0?
Yep, yeah.
7.
Kirsten takes the opportunity to attempt a clothesline. She charges forward, whipping her arm at Ilona. However, she ducks out of the way, lifting her arms up, catching her into the full Nelson, and then lifting her off her feet for the Snapdragon suplex, dropping her on the back of her head. Kirsten then is back up, but she's not on her feet. She's on her knees, open for anything now. Ilona, you are in control.
I'm gonna do a running high knee. So run to the rope and do like a knee strike.
All right, that's a real.
10.
Ilona,
Oh yeah.
Ilona wastes no time as she bounces off the ropes and charges right back at her rival, driving a knee right into the face of the what seemed to be unbreakable Kirsten Breaks, knocking her unconscious. Ilona, you are in control of this match as the crowd is fully behind you.
Yeah.
She on the ground, still on her knees.
She's on the ground.
Okay, I will go to the ropes. I'll go for another splash.
All right, that's gonna be real.
12.
All right,
Yeah.
you get to describe the splash, and also you get a free move as well.
All right, so I'll go to the third rope. I'll do a splash. I'll do a little flip in the air, land perfectly, and then I will go for It's not like a bridge suplex, but
The Northern Lights.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
After
After landing a successful
That one.
450 splash on Kirsten, Ilona gets back up, feeling the energy of the crowd now, picking her up and lifting her up for the Northern Lights suplex. She lifts her up, slamming her down onto the back, bridging for the pin predicament as the referee makes the count. 1, 2. Kirsten kicks out and locks her in the Dragon Sleeper.
Oh no!
Okay. Ilona, how would you like to get out of the sleeper hold now?
I'll throw some elbows to her side again.
That's real.
7.
Ilona begins throwing elbows to the sternum once again, as Kirsten immediately breaks the hold because her ribs now are suffering so much damage throughout this match. Ilona, you are still in control. What would you like to do now?
I'm gonna do kind of like a buckshot lariat, but Rainmaker thing.
How would that work?
That's a
Because you
combination.
gotta...
So like, I'm gonna grab her by the waist, turn her around like I would for
Like the Rainmaker.
the Rainmaker. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab her by the waist, spin her, bounce off the rope, and then do the buckshot.
Okay. I think I get what you're going with, so that'll be real.
It's tough to explain it, but 7.
All right. So, Ilona picks up her fallen opponent as she realizes that it's going to take a lot more to put her away. Or it's going to take more, at least, to put her away. She picks her up, grabs her by the wrist, or goes behind her, grabs her by the wrist, spins her around as she leaps out of the ring, springboarding herself forward with a flip, landing on her feet, and then taking a massive clothesline into the sternum of Kirsten, knocking her down onto the ground. Ilona, you are still in control.
And I'm gonna go to the ropes and attempt my finish.
Straightforward 2d6.
Lay it on her.
Get him.
Eat him. 9.
Ilona runs up to the top rope as she calls for the falling light. The falling light flying elbow. She leaps into the air and drives the elbow into the sternum of Kirsten Breaks. Are you going for the pin?
Yeah.
She hooks the leg. The referee comes forward for the count. 1, 2, 3. Here is your winner and still Intercontinental Champion, Ilona! The crowd cheers.
Yeah.
The crowd cheers as the crooked man stands at ringside, slightly let down. He's not angry. He's just disappointed. Ilona, you may celebrate your Intercontinental Championship defense.
I'm gonna raise my belt high. I'm gonna thank everyone for believing in me.
Big thank yous for McSpankies.
I'm gonna get on the ropes, like wave to every side of the crowd. Just kind of bow, like thanking them, like. And then I'm gonna go in the middle of the ring. I'm gonna pick up Kirsten. I'm gonna look at her. I'm gonna say, "You put on one hell of a fight, kid, but you couldn't take the belt from me. May the odds be in your favor, should we meet again."
Kirsten takes the opportunity after hearing all that and bows to Ilona, grabbing her hand and shaking it as well. That's that. There's nothing else.
I don't know.
I have nothing to add to
after that.
All right, the two make their way out of the ring as the crowd cheers for both of them. We then go to the backstage area where Kirsten walks by camera and Ilona is there with an interviewer. The interviewer holds the microphone, says, "Ilona, you have just successfully defended your Intercontinental Championship against someone that I think everyone had kind of figured would take the title from you. How do you feel now that you have finally defeated Kirsten Breaks on your own?" She holds the microphone up to you.
Feels good. It was a challenge well fought, and I did my damnedest to defend my title.
Now, after defeating probably what was one of your toughest challenges to date, what's next for the Torch of Light? She holds the microphone up to you.
I guess we'll just have to see.
Ilona walks off as we head back to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is your main event and is scheduled for one fall.
One fall.
Making his way to the ring first, from Black Hawk, Colorado, he is the self-proclaimed king of pro wrestling and the self-proclaimed king of the sky, Savage Sparrow. Savage Sparrow makes his way to the ring.
Savage is running down with pipe in hand, enters the ring. He's ready to roll.
Ready to go. Alrighty. Yep. And the champion, making her way to the ring from New Orleans, Louisiana. She is the Voodoo Queen of Swing and your worldwide champion, Luna Young.
Oh yeah, I'm coming down there. I don't even have a limp from when he hit me with that pipe. Nah, I'm
Remember
fine.
that?
100%
No.
air.
Remember when you were a little bitch?
Remember when you were a little bitch and you needed a pipe to take me down?
I still have
Yeah.
the pipe.
I still have the... Did you say you brought the pipe with you?
Yeah.
Oh.
In here.
Nice. Alrighty, so Luna...
I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So then,
You
I
enter?
go down to the room.
Oh, okay. Oh, alright. I was expecting more for some reason. Okay. Luna Young gets into the ring and stands at the opposite corner as the referee attempts to take the pipe from Savage Sparrow.
He doesn't give up the pipe. He holds on to it.
Alright, I'll have you roll reel for that.
Success, 9. So it's an 8.
8, yep. The referee attempts to take the pipe away from Savage Sparrow as he punches the referee down onto the ground. So now, Savage, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go swing the pipe at Luna.
Oh no.
That's gonna be real.
It's a 10. I'm gonna hit her back in the leg.
Same way.
As the match kind of begins, there's no bell yet. So as Savage takes out the referee, he then lays the pipe into the leg of Luna Young, knocking her down onto one knee. Savage, you're still in control here.
Yo, if he's gonna hit me with this thing again, I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna grab that shit. I'm not gonna fucking take this shit anymore.
Hold on, did you roll?
Oh, I'm supposed to roll.
Yeah, real. It's real.
11. It's a 10.
Oh my god.
The
Wait.
clubbing continues.
Wait, what did you
the
roll?
Other leg. an 11, so a
Oh.
10.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna clip both legs.
As this happens, he then takes the pipe and swings it at the other leg now, knocking Luna Young down onto all fours. Jesus Christ, Sparrow, what would you like to do next?
He's gonna walk back to his corner. Wait
Ah!
for that bell.
Oh my
Or
god.
actually, is the bell in ring or is it?
It's outside the ring, and yeah, you need a referee to start this match.
Then he'll walk back to the corner, pick the ref up, and just kind of like put the pipe in his chest.
Savage Sparrow places the pipe onto the chest of the referee as Zavarel brings a referee from the backstage area, telling him to get to the ring as fast as possible. The referee sprints down to the ring, sliding in, ringing the bell, starting this match. Savage, I think you're starting this one since hell broke loose.
I'm gonna go for the soccer punt. Since
Oh
she's
my
on her
God.
fours.
That's real.
Oh,
That's
Oh.
10.
Oh my
9.
god. As Luna attempts to get up, she is then kicked in the side of the head by Savage Sparrow. Just
I'm not even in this match anymore.
hold on, wait, no. So Luke, what's next?
It's time to taunt the crowd.
That'll be Look. All right, so wow, holy shit! All hell broke loose real quick here.
Really quick. It'd
You
be a
let
9.
this happen.
It'd be a 9 for look.
You're supposed to DM, man.
I am DMing. Have faith in the booking, as I have told everyone today. Have faith in this.
I don't know. This seems kind of questionable, right?
You'll see.
no.
I
So,
got a 9 for taunting the crowd.
Savage Sparrow goes over to the crowd and starts taunting them as the boos rain down on him. People starting to throw trash at him even. Savage,
He's the
or
trash man.
Luna, I'll have you roll straightforward 2d6.
All right. Oh. 10.
All right. Luna
Nice.
Young begins picking herself up as Savage Sparrow is distracted by the hatred that is being showered down upon him by the crowd. Luna, you have time to go and throw some offense in here now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go up behind him. It's gonna be like in the movies where you see the person like rise up behind them, and I'm just gonna like slam them on top of the head.
All right, that's going to be real. I don't think it's going to be as imposing as you would think.
Oh no! I just got the shit beat out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
11. It
Nice.
is imposing.
Ilona hobbles back to her feet, rising up behind Savage as she then takes her arm and clubs him in the back of the head. The blow knocks Savage Sparrow over into the ropes as he leans over the top rope. Luna Young, you are in control of this match.
Oh, what's that move that's in the ropes? It's it's like
Were you
when they're in the ropes,
Yeah.
and then you like tangle their arms into the ropes.
Oh, that's just tangling their arms into the ropes.
There's like a move in the ropes. I'm trying to remember it.
There's also the hangman. There's the guillotine.
Tree of Woe.
I guess you could Tree of Woe someone in the ropes. Tarantula?
Yes.
Oh,
that's
tarantula.
what I was thinking of.
That's work.
What is the tarantula?
Oh, you might get a description right here.
I got an 8.
Yep. So, as Savage Sparrow is leaning outward, facing the crowd, Luna Young spins him around, kicks him in the stomach. As Savage Sparrow leans forward, holding onto his stomach, Luna then jumps up onto his back, hooking his arms with her legs, bringing herself over the top rope, and reaches down, grabbing his legs, holding on into the tarantula as she attempts to weaken his back. What count would you like to go to on this?
How high is the count again? It's like
5.
5. 5. I'm gonna go to 4.
All right. The hold is locked in all the way to the 4 count as the referee admonishes Luna Young. She lets go of the hold, and Savage Sparrow drops down to his knees and his elbows. Yeah.
Is it hers or mine?
It's hers, yeah.
One more. No, I don't want to see people holding tarantulas.
Oh, God. Oh. No.
Tarantula wrestling move.
No. Tajiri Tarantula.
Okay.
Whew.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna I've already let go.
Yeah, you've let go.
So I'm gonna kind of roll in through the bottom and grab his feet as I
Yank
go
him out.
in.
Oh, okay. So wait, are you pulling him out of the ring, or are you just pulling yourself in the ring?
Because is he standing?
No, he's down on his hand. He's on his knees and elbows.
Okay, then I'm sliding in and I'm just gonna
Oh, okay.
pick him up and Irish whip him into the ropes.
All right. What move would you like to do after that? Oh my God.
Then I'm gonna spear the shit out of him.
Cool. That's real.
Oh, yeah.
10.
Luna Young then picks up Savage Sparrow and whips him into the ropes as he runs forward and against them, bouncing back. Luna Young drives her shoulder into the midsection of Savage Sparrow, driving the wind out of him with a mighty spear, taking him to the ground. Would you like to go for the cover, or would you like to keep it going?
I'll go for a cover.
Luna Young goes for the pin as she hooks the leg. Sparrow, I'll have you roll straightforward 2d6.
6.
1.
A 6.
2.
A 7.
As the referee's hand comes down for the 3 count, Savage Sparrow throws his shoulder off the mat as Zaffarel runs down to ringside now. He starts pounding away on the mat, trying to get Savage Sparrow back into this match. Luna Young, you are still in control.
He's laying on the ground still.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna bounce off the ropes and give him a good old elbow drop.
Alrighty, that'll be real.
Oh, it's a 6.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because my points didn't work, isn't it?
Your point... yeah, your +1's in work, but you have a 0 in
Yeah.
ring. So,
Well, yeah.
Luna Young goes to drop an elbow on Savage Sparrow, but Savage, you get away out of this. How would you like to get out of this?
I'm gonna do basically a kip up and just put my boots up.
Alrighty. So, as Luna runs towards the ropes, bouncing off, as she is turned away from Savage Sparrow, he kips up and drops her with a drop kick, knocking her onto the ground. Savage Sparrow, you are in control.
Oh.
I'm gonna do a leg drop onto her knees.
Ooh, that's gonna be real.
And
That's savage.
That is an 8, so a 7.
Savage Sparrow grabs one of the legs of Luna Young and drops his leg on top of it with a leg drop, trying to further weaken the already weakened legs of the worldwide champion. What would you like to do next?
I'm gonna drag her over to the ropes and put her in the Tree of Woe.
All right. So, Automatica, what would you like to do with that?
I'm gonna basically bounce off the adjacent ropes, come up, and just do like a flying elbow to the stomach.
Ooh, that's real again.
12.
So, describe how it goes as she hangs upside down, off her legs hanging off the top rope, upside down, and then you get a free move.
Oh no. So I'm
Oh my god.
puts her in the Tree of Woe, bounces off the ropes, gets about halfway through the ring, leaps, turns, and the point of his elbow just lands directly in the middle of her sternum.
Oh,
She flops onto her back, and he rolls off the ropes, rolls back to his feet, and puts her into the sparrow's nest.
Oh no! The sparrow's nest is then locked in shortly after this as Zavarel makes his way over to the Bellkeeper's area. As this happens, Dino Barney rushes down to ringside.
I run.
Assassinate him! Do
He
it!
hustles.
I'm gonna throw my ceramic dinosaur mask. Remember?
Wait, you're gonna hit me with the mask?
Yeah, with the ceramic mask that'll work.
All
The
right,
ceramic.
that'll be real.
It's an 11.
Oh yeah, you got that
Oh
one.
shit.
As Zavarel goes towards the Bellkeeper's area, Dino Barney smashes the mask over the back of the head of the GM, knocking him onto the ground.
Oh no!
As the madness is happening, a figure comes in with a hood, running into the ring and takes the referee out of the ring and puts the boots to him.
The ref?
He takes the ref out, knocks him out.
Oh god.
He then blindsides Savage Sparrow, knocking him
no.
onto the ground with the pipe.
No, not my pipe.
No, his own pipe.
His own pipe. He knocks out Savage Sparrow and places and carries Luna Young on top of him. Another referee makes his way down to the ring as he makes the count 1, 2, 3. Here is your winner and still worldwide champion, Luna Young. However, the main focus is on this hooded figure who takes his hood off to reveal the Golden Phoenix.
Oh. Oh shit.
Back after months away on the shelf after the attack of Savage Sparrow, Golden Phoenix has returned at ReGenesis to cost him the world title.
God.
The crowd loses their mind as we fade to black, ending yet another episode of Worldwide Championship Wrestling.